Hello and welcome to Chabot News for October 25th, 2017. My name is Dan. Today's news will cover the ongoing investigation of a missing Bay Area teen. Then Alan will tell us about the latest stories from Hollywood, and Beto will catch us up on the latest L's in sports. All that and more coming up on Chabot News. A Piedmont High School teacher who allegedly sexually harassed multiple students, including some he chaperoned on a trip to Europe, resigned Friday, 2 days after parents packed the district school board meeting and expressed anger that he was allowed to return to the classroom, officials said. The resignation of social studies teacher Mark Coward came after an investigation by school district officials found he had violated policies on sexual harassment. He was placed on administrative leave in September, but was allowed to return to his job in less than a month, prompting outrage from parents and students. The question, why was he allowed to return to school, is still a budding topic. Now here's Anthony with information on a missing teen.
The Alameda County Sheriff's Office hopes the public can find the missing 19-year-old at San Lorenzo. According to the sheriffs, Jan Lochtween was last seen on Sunday around 11 a.m. at his house. Family and friends are worried about him and think he might have traveled to San Francisco. Lochtween is 5'7", brown eyes and black hair, 110 pounds. If anyone locates him, please contact the Alameda Sheriff County's office at 510-667-7721.
Thanks, Anthony. Hopefully he is found safe and sound soon. 2 unidentified suspects are in custody and face multiple felony charges for a series of vehicle thefts and crashes during a low-speed police chase. San Leandro officers responded to Dunn Avenue and East 14th Street for a report of a stolen vehicle, but uncovered much more when they got there. At the scene, they learned a man and woman stole a vehicle, crashed it, fled on foot, stole another driver's commercial truck, and drove away. About 2 hours later, detectives found the suspects in the truck near 105th Avenue in Oakland. Officers attempted to detain the pair, but they managed to drive away at high speeds through city streets. While fleeing, the truck rammed 3 occupied police cruisers and an AC transit bus, causing damage in the process. Both suspects surrendered and were taken into custody. 2 officers injured during the chase were treated for injuries at an area hospital and later released.
Allegations of unwanted sexual advances in 1986 by Kevin Spacey against then 14-year-old Anthony Rapp have emerged. Netflix today decided to pull the plug on the Spacey starring House of Cards after the upcoming 6th season next year. Late Sunday, Rapp claimed that then 26-year-old Spacey drunkenly put the teen on a bed to seduce him. "I was aware that he was trying to get with me sexually," Rapp said last night of the 1986 incident when Spacey and we were both on Broadway in a revival of Long Day's Journey into Night and Precious Sons, respectively. Shortly afterwards, Sunday, Spacey issued a statement on social media saying he did not remember the encounter, but added he was horrified. But what Rapp described, "If I did behave then, as he describes, I owe him the sincerest apology for what would have been deeply inappropriate drunken behavior," Spacey said. The Oscar-winning Spacey also used the occasion to announce publicly that he chose to now live as a gay man, a move that swiftly drew harsh rebukes online and otherwise. As for Rapp, the actor said on Twitter after Spacey's apology and announcement that he has no further comment at this time. Transcripts just released from a grand jury hearing earlier this year indicate rap mogul Marion Suge Knight allegedly gave multiple menacing warnings to Straight Outta Compton director F. Gary Gray during filming of Academy Award nominating film. According to the court records, detectives claim Gray received a phone call on the set from Knight, who was angry at his depiction in this film and the fact that he was not compensated for his portrayal. Gray hung up, but several more voice messages followed, allegedly ending with an ominous text message when Gray didn't respond. "I will see you in person. You have kids just like me, so let's play hardball," Knight texted, ending with expletives and a racial slur, according to court records. Back to you, Dan.
Steve Mnuchin recently stated in Politico Money podcast that if the recent tax proposal did pass, there would be a repeat of gains since last year's election. Many politicians are outspoken that the tax bill will benefit the wealthy and corporations, not the middle class. As has been suggested, Senator Ron Wyden of Oregon, ranking member on the Finance Committee, and other senators met with Trump earlier in the month. During Mnuchin's speech to the Institute of International Finance conference earlier in the month, he agreed that the estate tax disproportionately helps rich people. Mnuchin, as Secretary of Treasury, is responsible for fostering economic growth and is also accountable for the economy and the U.S. government's finances. When a country is financially stable, a Secretary of Treasury is tasked with keeping security agencies well-mannered and equipped. Now we have Ariel with a brief update on an upcoming event on the Chabot campus.
On November 4th, 2017, at 8:30 a.m. to 12 p.m. in Building 1200, join us for Chabot's annual event to promote higher education access for the Latino community. Students and families are invited to attend a day designed to obtain information and make higher education a viable option. Celebrate Latino culture as we shed light on the current college climate and break down the wall between you and college success. We will be talking about college preparation, admissions, financial aid, academics, student success and support programs, undocumented resources, and more. Entertainment and food will be provided. For more information, go to chabotcollege.edu. Back to you, Dan.
Thanks, Ariel. Secretary of Defense Jim Mattis spoke with the South Korean Defense Minister Sung Young-moo on October 27, 2017. During Mattis' trip to the demilitarized zone, as was quoted, saying that, as the U.S. Secretary of State Rex Tillerson has made clear, our goal is not war, but rather the complete, verifiable, and irreversible denuclearization of the Korean Peninsula. Unfortunately, a recent report came out by the Congressional Research Service stating that the conflict in the Korean Peninsula could affect upwards of 25 million people on either side of the border, including at least 100,000 U.S. citizens. Bloomberg News obtained the report and continued to suggest that the death toll could increase if China got involved. Now here's Beto with the latest on sports.
What do you get when a buffalo faces a pirate? Well, you get trouble. That's about to happen this weekend as the Oakland Raiders got ran over by the Buffalo Bills in upstate New York. The Raiders got left in a cloud of dust by the home team, losing 34-14 and making their chances to get back to the playoffs that much more difficult. The Raiders had 4 turnovers and Derek Carr threw 2 interceptions as the offense failed to generate any kind of momentum for a comeback. Running back Marshawn Lynch missed the game due to his suspension for running on the field and touching an official the previous week. Let's hope the next time he runs out on the field, it'll be for a touchdown and a win for the Raiders. The San Francisco 49ers fell to the worst start in franchise history by losing to the Philadelphia Eagles 33-10. The team that had high hopes to finish decent this year is now on the verge of losing their number 1 pick in the next year's draft. The key issue here is so many players face injuries by the end of the game. Niners lost left tackle Joe Stanley, right tackle Gary Gillian, safety Jimmy Ward, and a few other players due to injuries. In total, 4 starters and a rotational backup lost in the same game. Too much at one time to recover from, but let's hope that the fans will help them limp this year out by knowing the 49ers faithful still believe.
Well, that's it for Chabot News this week. Thanks to all the students and staff in the Mass Communication Department here at Chabot College for making this production possible. You can watch us anytime online at youtube.com/ChabotTV. Stay tuned to KCTH Channel 27 for more Chabot TV.